Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training website, passmyinterview.com, and in this training video, I will teach you how to prepare for an accountant interview. If you are applying to become an accountant with any accountancy firm or organisation, make sure you stay tuned because the tips, questions and sample answers I am about to give you will help you pass your interview at the first attempt. And to achieve that goal, I will cover the following 4 things in this training video. Number 1. So I will quickly tell you which accountant interview questions you should prepare for. These questions come up all the time during accountant job interviews. Number 2. I will then give you 2 very important tips to help you answer each of those accountant interview questions to get the highest scores possible. Number 3, I will then give you brilliant example answers to each accountant interview question before finally, number 4, telling you where you can instantly download my brilliant answers to the 21 most asked accountant interview questions. And just very quickly, if you are new to my YouTube channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thousands of you, and I mean thousands of you, are passing your job interviews at the first attempt. I can only help you if you are subscribed, and please hit the like button because that genuinely motivates me to create more great content for you. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, let's start working through the most asked accountant interview questions and brilliant sample answers. So the first question you will have to answer at your accountant interview is going to be, tell me about yourself. Here's 2 important tips before I give you my top scoring example answer. So tip number 1, this is going to be the first accountant job interview question you will have to answer. Make sure you practice your response several times before your interview because this will help demonstrate good communication skills and also help reduce interview nerves. And you can practice your answer by either sitting down in front of a friend or relative and practicing giving your response, or you can practice giving your answer sitting down in front of a mirror. And tip number 2, in your answer, talk about the skills and qualities you have, any accounting experience you can bring to the accounting firm, and also finish off your answer and tell them what you will do in the position if they hire you. So here is my brilliant example answer to help you pass your accountant job interview. Tell me about yourself. Here we go. Thank you for this opportunity to become an accountant with, and insert the accounting firm's name. I am a highly competent, self-disciplined, knowledgeable and commercially driven accountant with the communication and interpersonal skills, business acumen and diligence to meet the role's demands. After graduating from, insert the college or university, with excellent grades in, insert your subjects, I worked for several accounting firms where I honed my skills overseeing maintenance of client accounts, ensuring accurate payroll and records were maintained, and providing tax planning strategies and advice in accordance with applicable legislation. I have a track record of success. For example, in my last position, I helped the accounting firm attract new clients, built solid, long-lasting relationships with existing clients, and was praised for my speed of work and accuracy. If you hire me as an accountant, I will take responsibility for my ongoing development, be a positive role model, and work closely with clients to maintain the accounting firm's excellent reputation. So that is a brilliant example answer to that first accountant job interview question, tell me about yourself. Now you can either pause the video if you want to and write down the tips, questions and answers as we work through them together, or if you wait, I will soon tell you where you can instantly download these slides plus my full set of 21 brilliant answers to the most asked accountant interview questions. Here is the next question I recommend you prepare for. And that question is, why did you choose accounting as a profession? Tip number 1. Now, this next common accountant interview question is assessing how passionate you are about your work, because if you are passionate, you will be self-motivated. And tip number 2, great things to include in your answer are how you excelled in mathematics at school or college and that then made you want to become an accountant, the diverse career opportunities accounting offers, and how you get to see the positive impact your work has on businesses and clients. So here is another brilliant example answer to help you pass your accountant job interview. Why did you choose accounting as a profession? I've had a keen interest in finances since I excelled at school in mathematics. When I started to explore the possibility of becoming an accountant, I became attracted to the diverse career options, solid job availability, job security, excellent remuneration, and the option to specialise in different areas. I also chose accounting as a profession because I get to see the positive impact my work has on businesses and clients. There is always something new to learn as an accountant, especially with the introduction of new legislation. When I finished my education, I wanted to ensure I had a career for life, and accounting was the one that gave me the most satisfaction and reward. So that is a brilliant example answer that shows you are passionate about being an accountant. Now, don't go anywhere, because I still have many more questions and answers to give you. But when you're ready, click that link in the top right hand corner of the video, head straight through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can instantly download these slides plus my full set of 21 brilliant answers to the most asked accountant interview questions. But here is the next question I recommend you prepare for. And that question is, why do you want to work for this accounting firm? Tip number 1. Now, this question will come up at your accountant job interview. It is vital that you research the accounting firm before you attend the interview. And tip number 2, look at their website, learn their values and mission, and follow them on social media to read about their latest news stories. So here is another brilliant example answer to help you pass your accountant interview. Why do you want to work for this accounting firm? Here we go. I spent time researching several accounting firms before applying, and yours was the one that appealed the most. Your values, track record of success, and reputation gave me confidence that this is a place I could work long term. People I spoke to who already work for this accounting firm said complimentary things about the senior management, the positive and inclusive workplace culture, and how accountants are involved in decision-making processes to help the business thrive. That is a brilliant example answer, again, that will help you pass your interview. Here is the next question I strongly recommend you prepare for. How would you explain a complicated process or report to someone that had no knowledge of accounting? This is a really difficult question to answer. Tip number 1. So this next common accountant interview question is clearly assessing your communication skills. Because if you can't explain a complicated process in simple terms, you won't be capable of communicating with clients effectively. And tip number 2, in your answer, give a real life example of how you would explain complex information so that it is understood. So here is my brilliant example answer to help you. How would you explain a complicated process or report to someone that had no knowledge of accounting? Here we go. First, I would quickly assess the person's knowledge before breaking down my explanation into simple everyday terms they'd understand. For example, if I were explaining a balance sheet, I would say that the balance sheet is a financial snapshot of a company at a specific point in time. It shows what the company owns, its assets, what it owes, liabilities, and the owner's stake, which is equity. The fundamental equation is assets equals liabilities plus equity. I would then give a real-world example by saying something like, imagine that you owned a small bakery. Your assets are the oven, cash register and ingredients. Your liabilities are the loan for the oven and money owed to suppliers. Your equity is the money you invested and profits kept in the business. Everything the company owns is funded either by debt or the owner's investment, and the total of assets always equals the total of liabilities plus equity. Once I had explained the balance sheet, I would allow them to ask questions to ensure they fully understood everything. So that is a really strong answer. It demonstrates to the accounting firm that you are a good communicator who can explain things in simple terms. Here is the next question. Can you provide an example of a complex accounting problem you solved? Tip number 1. Now, this next accountant interview question is assessing your problem-solving capabilities and whether you take the lead during challenging situations. And tip number 2, in your answer, give a specific situation where you investigated a problem to achieve a better outcome for the accounting firm. So here is another brilliant example answer to help you. Can you provide an example of a complex accounting problem that you solved? At my previous job, we encountered a significant discrepancy during a year-end financial audit. The issue was a $200,000 mismatch between our inventory records and the physical count. This discrepancy could have led to incorrect financial statements and potential compliance issues. To solve this, I initiated a thorough investigation. First, I traced all inventory transactions over the past 6 months, cross-referencing purchase orders, sales invoices, and inventory receipts. I discovered that a new automated inventory system had been improperly configured, causing certain transactions to be double counted. I collaborated with the IT department to rectify the system configuration. Then I manually adjusted the inventory records to reflect accurate counts and provided training for the staff to ensure proper future use of the system. After these corrections, the financial statements accurately reflected our inventory and we successfully passed the audit without further issues. This experience enhanced my problem-solving skills and underscored the importance of meticulous record keeping and cross-departmental communication. So that is a really good example answer. It shows that you have problem-solving capabilities and you take the lead whenever challenges occur. It's a really good example answer. Here is the next question that I strongly recommend you prepare for. How would you deal with a difficult client of the accounting firm? Tip number 1. Now, one of the hardest aspects of being an accountant is dealing with difficult clients. Now, as you are already aware, clients of accounting firms can be pushy, rude, and sometimes disrespectful in their communication. So this question is assessing your ability to communicate in a manner that improves client relations. Here is exactly how I would answer this common but difficult accountant job interview question. How would you deal with a difficult client of the accounting firm? I would deal with a difficult client by always being professional, courteous, and timely in my communication. I would speak to the client on the phone or face-to-face because this, in my experience, helps to improve the working relationship. I would ensure that everything I did as an accountant was as promised when the client first hired our services, and I would give them no reason to complain. In a previous role, I had a difficult client who was often rude to me and other accountants, so I arranged to meet them in person to build a better connection, understand their needs, and explain how we worked in the office. This positively improved the working relationship, and we experienced fewer problems with him moving forward. While serving clients, I will always remember that I am representing your accountancy firm and be entirely professional. So that is another really good example answer that shows you can build good relationships with clients. Now, the next thing to do to accelerate your learning further is to make sure you click that link in the top right hand corner of the video. You should click that link for 3 reasons. The first reason is you can download my full set of 21 brilliant answers to the most asked accountant interview questions, including the ones we have worked through together today. You will also get on that page a list of questions I recommend you ask at the end of your accountant job interview. Now, at the end of your interview, the hiring manager will say, that's the end of the interview. Do you have any questions for us? Lots of people say, no, I don't have any questions because you covered everything in the interview. That is a big mistake. I recommend you ask 3 questions that show you care about their organization and you want to have a positive impact in your work as an accountant. I've given you a list of questions. All you have to do from that page is choose 3 of them to ask the hiring manager. Also, you should click that link for the final 3rd reason, because on that page, I have given you a thank you email to send to the accountancy firm once you get home after your interview. Make sure you check out that website because you can get all of those 3 things instantly. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As you can see, I put a lot of passion and energy into these training videos. I can only help you throughout your career if you are subscribed. Please make sure you hit the like button. It's a small favor to ask, but it really does motivate me to create more great content for you. And don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It is always an honor and an absolute pleasure to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Richard McMahon, and I wish you all the best for passing your accountant job interview. Have a wonderful day.